All right, we're back with the Screen Team. It's our hour-long edition of the show brought to you by, of course, the fine folks at Fearless Social. And we've got Sabrina in with us. Sabrina,
hi.
Glad to have you back with this particular segment. And we are reviewing one of the hottest movies out right now. It's the Harry Potter prequel, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And to help us review this film, we have a Harry Potter fanatic. We've got Melissa. Melissa, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Awesome, man. You love Harry Potter, right?
I do.
Did you
Huge
read?
fan.
Did you read all the books?
All of them.
Really?
And then some.
Who is Dumbledore's brother? Exactly. You don't know, do you? I don't know either. So.
Good night. But you remember there is one. I'm impressed with that.
I know. I'm awesome like that. Okay, so we got this new film. It's a prequel to Harry Potter's timeline. It's got
By what, about 50 years?
something like that, I think. Yeah, it's set in the 1920s or
Yep.
and so okay.
In New York.
New York. So what do we think about this? Were we fans of this film?
I am huge already.
Really?
I liked it.
Like a lot?
Like a lot. Like I want to see more.
Well, they got 5 more films coming out,
Yes!
so you're good.
I'm so excited.
Are you-
Yeah, I am.
Are you
I'm
on the-
totally on board.
Are you on the crazy train with her?
Probably not so much. And I did enjoy it. I don't want to say I didn't enjoy it because I really did. But as a Harry Potter fan, I really expected and kind of wanted to see, more about our characters that we've already lost and stuff like that.
Right, right.
Like more of the how they became the characters you came to love.
Well, not only that, but as characters, as we've actually lost them, and they passed away in different films. I kind of wanted to see them in their younger state.
Well, you got
being
5 films
alive
to get all of that.
She was telling me when the movie was starting. She's like, "Are you excited about this film?" I was like, "No," and she got like so mad at me. She's like, "How could you not like this?"
So you're actually sitting in middle ground.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle.
I'm with
What about
Melissa.
you?
I'm
I
definitely.
knew you would be.
How do you mean you knew I would be?
Because I've been married to you forever. I know. Yeah,
Really?
I guarantee you. One of the things that I told you in the car after the movie, he's going to mention. Let's see if it happens. Go ahead.
Okay.
Mention what? What am I
I'm not
mentioning?
telling. I'm not feeding it
Well,
to you.
how much does
Go
it
ahead.
mention it?
Tell us what you weren't so impressed with.
Well, the 3D was the first thing.
That's one.
3D was horrible.
Why was it horrible? Because I thought it was exceptional.
No, it was too fast. It seemed more closed in instead of having the full theater experience to me.
Interesting. So you missed the depth and didn't like the in-your-face stuff.
Correct.
Which is what makes 3D amazing.
3D is a waste of time, a waste of money. Just give me the regular theater experience.
Okay. Your opinion is this much of this conversation. Let's move on.
And I can't even weigh in on the topic because you guys took me to a 3D movie and I can't even see 3D.
Why is that? You have to explain that
Yes.
to our listeners.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Well, I only have one eye, so naturally I see in the second dimension. I don't even see 3D and real life experience.
What's so funny is because I'm like, whoa, that was totally in my face. And she's like, you don't have to be mean about
Yeah,
it.
it's just rubbing it in every time anything happens. She's like, "Oh, that's
Whoa,
so
that was
cool."
awesome. I could touch it. And she's like, would you just be quiet?
Yeah.
Let's talk about some of our characters in this film. The leading character is
Newt.
a guy named Newt Scamander, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
What did we think about him? He's a very neurotic, very interesting character. Did we like
He
him?
loves the beasts and he loves protecting them. And he's a very passionate person about capturing and releasing. He's kind of like this guy who's going to say, I'm going to take care of these animals that are being either abused, neglected, or held against their will, whatever it is. And he puts them into a suitcase that is inside his suitcase is this other world, like a Noah's Ark type thing. And he can put them in there and wrap them in a canvas world that represents where they should be. And then he works on either getting them to procreate so that there's more of them if he's got the last ones, or making sure that they are re-delivered back to their original place of origin. So, and that's important to understand because it plays very heavily, not only because the movie is titled These Amazing Beasts, but their role in the ultimate finale of the movie.
So what did you think about the actual character, Newt Scamander?
I liked him. He features though. There's a thing about him that drives me nuts.
He's very neurotic. He won't look you in the eye. He'd be like, you got this,
Walks sideways. That was a little annoying, but I was just like this very well developed character. But my problem is I'm not a fan of movies that have people staring at each other for long periods of time without words. And because I'm a gap filler. I can't stand silence, and I just gotta keep talking.
Really?
So he gives me a whole lot of grief about that.
For me, I really like the casting. I think they did a great job casting him. Having read, about him before, he is kind of just a weird, nerdy guy that he can't really deal with people, and that's why he relates to the Beast more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And from what I understand, kind of a spoiler alert, but it's a small spoiler, Newt Scamander, he writes a book that the kids at Hogwarts use later on down the line.
Yeah.
So Harry Potter uses a book, the Beast and Where to Find Them, as
A reference for
in his studies
understanding.
at Hogwarts. So that's kind of the tie-in to how Harry Potter and all them know him. But
and there's a few references here and there, of characters like Dumbledore, and but they're very, very few references. And there's a character that is kind of a mysterious character that's like the big guy that everybody's hunting that can't find, and you're introduced to a lot of new words, new terms, and new names, and
it's kind of hard to
it's
follow.
It's hard to follow because they kind of talk a little too fast sometimes. And there was times when I'm like, I wish I could just read what they're saying, because the accents are thrown and the words, the verbiage is all just kind of blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm not translating this magica speak very well.
So I'm curious, Melissa, you were so on this film. Is this a film that you feel that you can give another chance, maybe on DVD or after the sequel? Oh, are you excited about the sequels coming out? I mean, is this?
I'm excited to see what they do with it, for sure. See what direction they go in, and if they do tie in more of the Harry Potter stories.
What I find interesting is that the movie ends, and you kind of have some closure on the story that is this movie. So I'm curious, where are they going to go with it? There's not anything that I can think of that they left undone or unsaid other than the two main characters. He promises to bring her a book in person, and that's pretty much where it leaves off. So you're like, well, there's not a whole lot of anticipation of what's going to happen next unless you know the stories.
Well, I know a little bit, but I don't want to. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
Okay. But for Melissa, how you were worried, or not worried, but you're like, man, I wish there was more, the characters that I know referencing. I think we're going to see that more in the sequels to come. So if you're a fan of Harry Potter and you watch this film and you're like, hey, where's all my Harry Potter love? I think you're going to get that a little bit later on down the line in these films. So the film is called Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Coming up, we have more reviews right here on KWOC.